Hello and welcome to the Trading Post podcast, where we unlock the secrets of business-to-business trade, dive into powerful networking strategies, and share my exciting journey of using a podcast to market my business instead of relying on SEO. I'm your host, Trader Stu. Welcome back to the Trading Post. Trader Stu here, of course, and wanted to touch base on something that came up yesterday as I was signing somebody up. And basically, it's by buying products on trade, and then selling for cash. And I wanted to touch on that real quick because I think it's a pretty powerful thing that if you're not doing it, you're just leaving a good time on the table. So remember I just signed up, Deer Camp Roasting Company, coffee roasting company. They, of course, roast coffee, and in their stores, they have local vendors that sell products. So what they do is they just simply buy the product up front, probably at wholesale cost, right? And then they turn around and sell it along the borders of their store, kind of like a miniature Cracker Barrel, I guess you could say. Now, if you haven't been to Deer Camp Coffee Roasting Company, you're kind of missing out too, because I just discovered them. That he actually called me up and wanted to sign up for Metro Trade because he's also a member of a competitor of ours. And it was suggested that he sign up with us as well because we're just have a bigger presence in his locations and where his stores are. It just makes more sense. So I went in there and with my wife, and wow, we spent a lot of money, a lot of trade dollars, I guess you could say there, because they just had everything. They have, of course, it's Deer Camp, based, right? So it just fits with the theme of the show, the Trading Post, and I bought a coffee mug, I bought a tumbler, and it had a cool leather wrap on it, and with an embossing or imprinting of Deer Camp on it, pretty cool. Bought a bunch of sausage sticks and jerky and what else? Oh, syrup, maple syrup, one with some kind of cinnamon stick in it. They have local wines and local beers. My wife bought some product for like oils, like facial stuff. They got lotions and soaps. I mean, just anything you want that you could think of, like kind of a farmer's market, they had it there. And it was really fun. And I think that's kind of, I don't know if it's the way of the future, if that sounds a little too much, but I think it's more businesses should do that to draw folk in. And something that's kind of powerful with them is that they're a member of a trading association, of course, and there's a lot of local vendors that are members of the trading association as well that just makes sense to sell their product in there. And if they're trying to get their name out and get more trade in their account, I called around and I said, hey, if you need more trade, man, like call up, or Julie and Anthony are the owners. Call them up or email them and see if you can sell product there, because it just makes sense. And what's nice is that, of course, Deer Camp will get their trade by, me going there or other members going there and getting coffee. And by the way, they're so big that their main competitor is Black Rifle Coffee Company. And Black Rifle has done a lot of marketing. They said that the big differences between them and Black Rifle is that Black Rifle got investors, and so they were able to hit the marketing pretty hard. Of course, you see them on YouTube all the time. The owner always has fun commercials on YouTube. So, yeah. And of course, Black Rifle is based towards veterans. And I was a member of Black Rifle Coffee Company as well for a while. Their coffee subscription program, which they're working on. Deer Camp was working on doing something like that as well. But they already do ship nationally. So when they do brew, or I guess roast the coffee, and then for shipment, they have to close the stores because it's a manufacturer. So they have to close up the store, brew, or I keep saying brew, but roast the coffee beans, bag it up. Once everything's bagged up, they can open and things of that nature. But he said it doesn't really affect operations because they will roast usually after the store closes, I think maybe even before. Because even though it's a coffee shop, they're not open at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. They're open, I think it's 9 to 3 or 10 to 3 or something like that, right? So it's kind of like a lunch brunch situation. They have food there. I had a sausage with maple syrup on it and a Kaiser roll. You really got to check them out. They're in Dodge Park Road in Sterling Heights if you're local, and then in Harrison, township. And if you're not local and you want to try some coffee that's been roasted right here in Metro Detroit, like I said, Deer Camp, and I'll put their links in the description too for their website. And then you can buy their coffee online and get it shipped to you. So let's see what else. But oh yeah, okay, we're going into the why that's a powerful thing. So for them, it's kind of a no-brainer. Like he said he wanted to find more local vendors that he can sell their product. So he's going to get a bunch of trade, hopefully, if I keep my promise. So the other member he's a member of, he's only done a couple $1,000s with over the course of the year. And that's not exactly a lot of money, like, obviously. So let me turn this volume down real quick on my phone. I'm in the office. So I'm hoping, I told him, I said, I'll spend $2,000 with you over the course of the year alone. I mean, but if you're doing coffee and beer and wine, like I'll spend that, and food too. Like, I mean, it's easy. So, but he's already made, I think I already got him $500 in business. So I'm not worried about it. And I don't see how he only did a couple thousand with the other association, but that's none of my business. Anyway, so he's going to buy, or she, it's the owner is, only reason why I say he, I keep saying he, is I talked to Anthony. I haven't talked to really Julie yet. Julie is the actual owner. It's women owned company, but I don't really have the relationship with her. So just for, I guess forgive me in saying that he, because that's who I talked to for half an hour on the phone, was Anthony, the other co-owner or whatever. So anyway, where was I? So I said, yeah, you can sell the products on, or buy the product on trade with your trade dollars. The vendors are going to like it because they're going to get their trade. Then he's going to be able to turn around and sell the product he bought on trade for cash. So it's a win-win for everybody all around, because some of the places, like I cannot understand why Great Lakes Pot Pie Company hasn't done thousands of dollars yet. Their pot pies are awesome. And she even sells the cinnamon sugar pot pie crust bits at Meijer. I bought a bunch of bags the other day at Meijer. They're on clearance. And yeah, I don't know. They're good. I don't get it. And she sells them in the store too. I saw them on the rack. I was like, what? No way. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew she had distribution to Meijer and I think Walmart and other places in the area, and she ships all over the country. And she's got this little place in a strip mall, Clawson, Michigan, and they make all the pot pies, and they do chicken and apple and cherry, of course, and Thanksgiving pot pie for Thanksgiving time. It's really good. It's like everything you want in a Thanksgiving meal on one pot pie. And we started making them at home, homemade, because they were so good. At any rate, so I think that I'm going to hit that kind of angle up more for places to sell on trade to local vendors, like at restaurants and things of that nature. And then that way everyone wins. The Cracker Barrel theme is cool. Everyone likes Cracker Barrel because it's fun. You go in there, you wait for your table, you're shopping around. In our case, my wife and I, we ordered, and then we shopped around, spent a bunch of money, and then ate, shop more actually, and then checked out, So this is the thing that we're going to do now. I'm excited. You can tell I'm excited as I can't even talk about it. Like, I'm just like, my mind is cranking. As I'm talking, I get other ideas. Yesterday I totally forgot we have Pretty Hunter that takes trade, and she was perfect for the deer camp, right? It's the same theme. It's ammo, right? So anyway, and this place, Deer Camp, they sell venison sausages, I think, like brats, venison brats, venison, I think nachos. So anyway, go to their website. It's really cool. And I just wanted to touch on that real quick and talk about how you can also, if you're like I said, like a local vendor, like a farmer's market, or what do you call it, artisan markets, you're not taking trade, you're just leaving money on the table. And it's just, you need to sign up for a trade association near you. If you're near me, call me up, 248-244-0000. Let's have a conversation. I'll tell you how it works, and we'll go from there. All right, that's it. Be good or be good at it.